My name is Kelly Fogerty. I'm a resident of Friendship Manor, and I've been here since February, and I've been really enjoying it here. It's one of the highlights of my life, actually.
Oh, good. What do you like most about living here?
I like that I was just thinking about this the other day, that there's a calming and reassuring feeling about other people because everybody has something going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so I'm not afraid to tell people what's going on with me because sometimes, when I'm around people that are healthy, it's kind of like, well, you're complaining or whatever. It's not a complaining, it's just nice to talk about it. And here I feel free to just be who I am, and I really enjoy the other people here because I get that feeling from them. They're just who they are. They're unadulterated, and just if they're angry about something, if they're not, and it's very refreshing.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Some of the highlights of my life have been, well, of course, when I had my children, raising children was, I cry really easily.
That's okay.
I had a stroke 2 years ago, and ever since the stroke, I cried. I mean, somebody told me, I was talking about my brother the other day and how handsome he is, and I sort of cried.
That's okay. Sweet, it's ridiculous. Emotions are a good thing.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 children. One is my daughter lives in Brooklyn. She's an attorney. My son lives in North Carolina, in Asheville. Really interesting place for him to live, and he's an IT manager with a national company, and he has 2 boys, grandchildren. They're really wonderful. I love hanging out with them.
Do you get to see them often?
No, maybe twice a year.
Yeah, it's hard when they live so far.
Yeah.
Are you from Utah or?
I was born in Utah. I was raised here till I was 3.
Oh, okay.
And then my parents moved to Washington State, where I lived until I was 16. And then my dad moved us back here.
Oh, okay. So where were you living before Friendship Manor? Here in Salt Lake?
I lived in my house for 45 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you sell your home to move here? Or
right.
Yeah. Oh, that would be hard.
Yeah, it was hard, but it was also, felt like it was the right thing to do. I would be at my house, I'd look around and see all the stuff that I needed to do that normally in my earlier years I would have just been on it, and I couldn't do the things I used to do. And I felt like the house was falling apart around me, and I just wanted it to be in hands that would take care of it.
Yeah, it may be bittersweet, like it's sad, but maybe a relief, because there's just, you can't,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was relieved in a lot of ways. And I have, my stuff that I had in my house is the stuff I cared about a lot is here with me.
Yeah.
And so it feels like home.
Yes.
And I love my balcony. And
what floor are you on?
On the 12th floor, looking west.
You get to look all out over the island.
And it's a huge balcony.
Oh, I love that.
It's huge, yeah. Yeah, it's nice. So that's why living here has been one of the highlights of my life in the last years.
Yeah, and you get to meet new people and have new connections. I don't know if have you been working recently? Have you been retired or?
I retired in 2013.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, because I have Parkinson's. And I was a chaplain in hospice, and all the paperwork you have to do, and all the organizing, that scheduling visits and stuff. And my executive functioning went out the window with Parkinson's.
Yeah. When were you diagnosed?
2009.
Oh, okay.
And I just couldn't keep up with stuff, so it's time for me to
You're doing good
Yeah, I do really well.
Are you on like carbidopa, levodopa?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I have a deep brain stimulator.
Okay.
before my deep brain stimulator, I couldn't even use my cell phone.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. I'm so glad it worked for you. That's good. Yeah. And I'm sure having a degenerative neurological condition like that has taught you a lot of things about life too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things it taught me was that I used to be a person that kind of felt like I had to be on the ball. I was really on the ball and taking care of everything, and I was good at organizing stuff, and all the executive functions to put out the window. I was really good at it one time, and so part of this has taught me that the world wouldn't fall apart if I didn't do everything,
And what a great lesson.
Yeah, that I could let things fall through the cracks and everything would just go on without me, and everything was fine, and I didn't have to hold on to so much feeling of responsibility.
Stress and perfectionism and all those things we do to ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do it to ourselves, and we don't realize there's people all around that will step in, and sometimes our ability to take over things and do everything and wanting to do it perfectly and wanting everything to be done well limits the ability to other people to step in and do things.
Yeah, that's true.
So
sometimes it's a disservice to other people.
Yeah.
We feel like we have to do it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in families, it's so true also that there's like a child that takes the blame for everything. And then the other child doesn't have to take the blame for anything. Or there's a child that is mama's boy or mama's girl, and the other child always feels kind of neglected. So, it taught me a lot about stuff like that.
Yeah, I think too, as people age and our health declines, it gives a lot of perspective to things that matter.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just take things for granted when everything's going good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I rely on this. I'm a Buddhist, and I have this. There's a Buddhist story that ends with the teacher saying, "Every day's a good day."
I love that. That's a good thing to.
Yeah, it's kind of a mantra for me. Is every day's a good day, even if it's I'm having trouble with something. It's like I woke up in the morning, and it's another day, and it's another chance to live my life in a good way. And
yeah.
So
when you think back over your life and you think about being a parent and raising kids, what brings you the most joy, or what puts an immediate smile on your face when you think of what memory comes to mind?
Memory of going camping with them. I used to take them camping all the time, and there was one time we went to Cat Creek. Do you know where that is? It's by Escalante.
Okay.
It's a beautiful campground, and there's this creek that runs through the bottom of it, and there's a trail that goes alongside the creek, and my little boy was toddler age, and my little girl was in a backpack on my back, and we went down this trail. It was a beautiful sunny day, and we got to the end of the trail, and there's a waterfall that comes off the cliff and goes into this deep pond and then turns into the creek. And it was beautiful, and we had a great time there playing in the water. And as we usually did, we'd been there a few times. And we started traveling back, and all of a sudden the sky got filled up with clouds, and it started pouring down this torrential rainstorm. And there's little waterfalls that started coming off the edge of the cliffs all around us. And this is a narrow canyon, with the creek, and I got kind of concerned that we'd have a flash flood.
Yeah.
And so I found this alcove. It was above the ground floor, the ground that we were walking on. And we were able to get up to there, and we sat in the alcove, and I sat there and just told stories, and and told them about the waterfalls coming off the cliffs, and they were just full of wonder. They were just like, oh, and we were sitting in this alcove, and I got out our one thing that we had to eat left. It was a granola bar, and I split it between the three of us, and we drank the water and just sat there and watched the rain fall down, and it was really a marvelous time. The virtue of the rain to tell us to stop.
Yeah.
And just enjoy what we were watching, and it was really a beautiful time. We got back, we got back to our campground, and the tent was in the creek, upside down.
Oh no! Oh shoot! I mean, it's turning red. So what did you do?
Well, I dug the tent out, had our sleeping bags and everything in it, because I'd had it, set up. So everything was wet, and had to car went to this little motel that was a few miles away. I got a hotel room, and the kids were like so excited. They'd never been to a hotel before. I remember them jumping on the bed and turning on the TV, and they said, "Mom, I like this." My brother said, "Mom, I'm not like you. I like one of the minutes."
That's what a good memory.
I still bring it up to him. He's still the same.
I love that.
Yeah. That makes me laugh and smile. And of course, with kids, there's just thousands of times and stories you can. Like my daughter dancing around the house. She used to love to dance. She'd from these wonderful outfits that she'd make herself, and she'd dance around the house, and she would sing and talk. And before she could say words, she talked constantly. Just and she'd hold on my leg as I drag her around the kitchen. She'd be talking constantly. And she got a hoarse voice. And I took her, one time when I took her to the pediatrician said, "What's going on with her voice?" I said, "I don't know." And he said, "Well, what am I making up on a word?" He made an appointment for an ear, nose, and throat person. And they stuck that thing up her nose and down in her throat, and she was very excited about that. But he said there's nothing wrong with her. It's just that she talks too much.
Oh, funny. You're like, yeah.
She has nodules on her vocal cords, like the singers get sometimes.
Yeah. And now she's an attorney, so I'm sure she talks all the time now too.
Yeah, she's always been very good at talking and arguing.
It can be challenging at times, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it's one of the things I loved about her, though, is her feistiness, and even though it was very challenging, I worked hard to not smush it out.
Yeah, monster it, and it worked.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were the perfect mother for what she needed.
Oh, Becca, I don't know if she would do the same thing, but yeah. And my son is he's always been a very kind, lovable, sweet, gentle child. He when we go to movies, we watch movies, and I hear the sad part because your children grab my hand. And
Tender-hearted.
He's very tender-hearted. And when I was doing the PTA, it was part of PTA at his high school. He went to high school when he was in a program that they start in high school when they're in 7th grade. And so he'd be walking down the hall, and I'd come to do PTA work, and he'd see me, and he'd run up and hold my hand as we were walking down the hall, and I'd say, "Sean, we should probably just not hold hands, because it might be a little weird for people to see you holding your brother's hand walking the hall in high school." But he didn't care. No. Yeah, he's very sweet. And he is. He's a good guy. And the joys of my life have been, I used to go out, been on a lot of river trips.
Sounds like you like outdoors a lot.
I do. I love outdoors. When I was little, I always wanted to go fishing and camping with my brothers and stuff, but I was never really able to go because I was a girl. I know. But so I always loved it. Yeah. And I've loved river trips. I just went on my final, probably my final river trip.
Oh, right.
I went down Cataract Canyon, which is pretty wild.
Is it white water?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I had to convince the people in charge that I was able to go. And went on a chartered trip. It was the first commercial trip I've ever been on. Always been on private trips with just my friends and stuff, which they don't ask me anymore because it's kind of a liability to have a person with Parkinson's with them on the trip.
You seem pretty mobile.
I am, but I fall down a lot.
Okay, I was wondering if maybe, especially on uneven terrain.
Yeah, and on a river trip, you don't want somebody falling and getting hurt because that's it. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I talked them into. I said the only way I can go is I want to go, but the only way I can go is if I can guarantee that somebody will help me from the boat to the camp place and backing in every day. And they seemed willing to go. When we do it, and I did it, and it was great. I had a wonderful time, and the people, there was 11 people besides me that were on the trip.
Yeah.
And they were wonderful. And it's a friend of mine who chartered, it was a charter trip. There was a friend of mine who chartered it. So I knew him. And the other people on the trip there was a nurse, a physical therapist, an internist doctor, and a child psychiatrist.
And the best in the climate.
It was wonderful, and I had a great time. It was amazing, and especially knowing it might be my last trip that I go on.
Where was it again?
Cataract Canyon. It's where. Well, the actual Cataract Canyon is right after the confluence of the Green River and the Colorado River.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's a pretty sacred spot. Those two huge rivers run together, and it's the water that feeds so much of our country, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was the physical therapist made a poem for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a beautiful poem too.
Oh, I'd love to read it.
I don't have a word.
Well, I come on Wednesdays. You can bring me one up here on Wednesday.
Okay.
If you want. You don't have to, but.
Yeah, it's a nice poem.
Oh,
and other highlights of my life have been, well, some of the people that I sat with in hospice.
Yeah. How did you get into hospice care?
Well, the woman who owns the hospice that I was part of, she has another hospice in Montana. And in Montana, the hospice chaplain is a Buddhist. And so she called the Buddhist Zen Center and asked one of the monks there if they could recommend a Buddhist chaplain. And he recommended me. Yeah, and I went in and interviewed, and they hired me, and it was great.
Hospice is beautiful work.
Yeah.
Very sacred.
Yeah, it is. And I have so many stories, in my head, and wonderful experiences from that.
What do you feel like brought you most joy from that job?
Sitting with people when they're exploring their life and exploring what maybe they would like their death to look like. And just being available to that, asking, sometimes I would ask a good question, and that would make me feel like, okay, I asked a question that helped them figure out something, The people were just amazing. Some of the people were amazing. Also, I started a bakery at one point, and that was pretty fun.
Oh, what did you sell?
Artesian bread and wheat pastries.
What made you decide to do that?
Well, it was a gentleman that I was with, and he was a baker. And we just decided to go. My father was a restaurateur, and so I was raised in the restaurant business, and so I knew a lot about it. So between me and him, and we decided to start a bakery. And
What lessons did you learn about running a bakery?
it's hard work.
I would really morning such.
Yeah, I had people coming in for that. I didn't have to come in, but I did have to work really hard.
Yeah.
I put in long hours, and it went really well. It was doing pretty good. So
Was that here in Vietnam?
yeah, it was on 7 South Temple in 50s.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the 50s. I think it's definitely it's 50s.
Okay. And how long were you doing that?
For 2 years.
Yeah. Restaurant business is hard business out here.
Yeah. Because I don't think I had a temperature. I hardly knew my father because he never was home, and that's why.
Yeah.
And because at one point he had 3 restaurants. And I can't imagine doing that. With all our respect for him to be able to do all that is amazing.
Yeah. Well, one last energy question. If you could leave one message for future generations, what would you say?
I would say to not sweat the small stuff, and I really, really encourage people to take a moment every day, to just a moment, even if it's only 15 minutes, to meditate, and just in that meditation to become very aware and have the thin line between yourself and everything else kind of disappear. So you're very aware of everything and how life comes and goes, and things fluctuate. They go up and down, and they're always moving. And just witness that, and it will change your life. Because in life, things are always moving, and we get upset because things are down one day, and we get upset, and then we're really happy the next day. And realizing that that's life, just realizing the ups and downs.
And that everything ebbs and flows, and very little is within our control.
Very little is within our control, that's right. The only thing we can control is how we react to things.
I love that message.
Yeah.
Beautiful message. Do you meditate every day?
No, most days I do, though.
Yeah. Very important practice.
Yeah, it is. It's very important. I am. It's really easy to hear people say that and go, yeah, because that's where I used to be. But having meditated now I became a monk in 2005, and having meditated for the years that I've meditated, it's changed my life. I can't imagine what my life would be like if it wasn't for that. And just the understanding of the wisdom that you gain in exploring yourself.
Yeah, and in the stillness and the quiet, allow me that energy to flow. And it makes space for that, because sometimes I think people just get so busy, and actually being busy is what keeps that disconnect. And sometimes that's actually like a coping mechanism so that we don't have to learn about it.
Exactly. One of the things you learn about yourself in meditation is that you're not your mind. People think that what they think is them, and their brain is it's an organ whose job it is to think, and it will just come up with random thoughts and ideas and work overtime, especially if we're trying to do something with it, like empty it, which is impossible. And then it'll do anything to fill up the space, and they think that's them. And what it isn't, their mind just secretes thoughts like your stomach secretes stomach acid. And it's just its job, and you don't have to become attached to anything it throws at you. You just let it come and go like bubbles rising to the top of a glass and popping.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. That's
It's a very good message for generation. Much needed.
things. I hope so.